Hey guys, Luton here. As you can probably tell, my voice is shredded at the moment. It's why I haven't posted many videos this week. It's one of those things, summertime, and yeah, basically I am screwed at the moment. I'm feeling just kind of crappy. But with all of that said, I wanted to smash out a video to talk about this today because I wanted to give you my prediction for what's coming with this Battlefield reveal. Now, there's so much speculation and bullshit going on at the moment, all the Easter egg crap that you know I hate, and it's quite honestly just making me feel ill to see and hear about it so much. But as per usual, I try to give you my no bullshit, straight up, not messing around opinion about what it is we're actually going to have here with this game. From all of the wording, all of the hints, all of the vague insinuations that we've seen, I'm going to put my money on the table. It's World War II. And that's surprising because it seems more and more that's what people do not want, but it also is probably the reason why that's what you're going to get, because that's the way these things kind of go. So I will be not at all surprised. If I had to put money on anything, it will be World War II. World War II, it's a very, I would say, safe bet. Not Vietnam, don't read into that BS. There's not enough scope there, they're not going to do that. Modern, they don't want to go back to that because there's other things going on at the moment that they want to kind of compete with, so they don't want to just step away. It's not going to be modern despite how much people want it to be, so forget about that. It's not going to be something more interesting than that because EA and they just want to play it nice and safe, so it's not going to be that. It will be World War II. The other thing I want to say is, as I said recently, it's really important to remember these kind of big reveals, they're not for you, they're not for me, they're not for people who are well into the franchise, they're not for people that are on board already with probably going to be picking up the game. These big reveals, these big shows, all of the hype, all of the clickbait, it's for people that they want to pull into the game. That's why you see people like Trevor Noah from Daily Show doing this. They always roll out the celebs, like last time it was Snoop Dogg. You know, they've always got to pull all the celebs in. It's Pele, it's all of that bollocks. They want to get click-throughs, they want to get people's attention, they want to get the hype machine rolling. That's why all this Easter egg bullshit, they know it drives people crazy. It's just to muddy the waters, and like I say, that's why I feel really safe to say it's going to be World War II, because all of this other stuff is distraction, it's distraction. It's the same as what happened with Battlefield 1. When I heard from people saying it's going to be World War 1 and so on, and I was like, no way, it can't be that, it's too obvious, it's not going to happen. And then that's exactly what it was. So don't overthink it. That's the thing. In fact, actually, all of this Easter egg crap and all these things, it's designed to make you overthink it. It's designed to kind of get you going off in all directions and get all excited and hyped up. It won't be that. It'll be World War II. I'd put money on it. So let's get out into the information that they've posted today on the site. So, new Battlefield, brand new experience, still everything you love about Battlefield, where every fight is different and brought to life across unexpected theatres of war. Discover new challenges that are going to change war forever. See, again, the wording there of change war forever, it kind of makes it feel like they're sort of harking towards historical elements, thinking about things in World War II, which obviously a lot of things which were discovered and implemented and tested and tried out in World War II obviously went on to be changing forever in that kind of scheme of things. So that's why, again, I feel like that ties in with World War II. A new setting, Battlefield 1 gave players the definitive World War I experience that brought Dawn of all-out war to life, but the next Battlefield happens on another front line. The live reveal will give players the first look at DICE's immersive portrayal of the new setting. Again, you see, now this, when we say World War II, kind of what they're alluding to there is a different area, a different front line. So could we potentially be seeing like the war in the Pacific? Could it be something along those lines, World War II, that direction? Or could it be that they're just speaking about another front line in a more kind of figurative way, and they're actually talking about World War II and just the front lines that are happening there, and that it's kind of, you know, it is a new front line, but it's kind of just a different period. So then they're talking about, obviously at the reveal, they're going to have the developers, as always, guys like Lars Gustafsson going to be there, so that's good. Design, they're going to go through and talk about all the bits and pieces. Unseen multiplayer moments, you can expect large-scale multiplayer in the next Battlefield. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? Battlefield 5 takes it to the next level. Wow, okay, so Hardline was like the fastest Battlefield ever, then you've had BF1. What on earth can happen? What can happen in Battlefield 5 that takes it to the next level? I can't wait to see. Prepare for multiplayer that spans multiple maps. Okay, so not just one map. They're gonna they're gonna have modes, meaning you're gonna experience a lot of varied and exciting Battlefield moments. Okay, Wonderful. Unmatched sights and sounds. Battlefield has always been about high fidelity immersion. Battlefield 5 isn't any different. That's good to know, because otherwise it would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Tune in and you'll be among the very first people out of the thousands watching to see the stunning environments and that you'll soon be playing in. Excellent. New modes and experiences. A player favourite from BF1, Operations, have given you a chance to take journeys across several maps. Will this team play focused experience be in the next Battlefield? I would imagine yes, because why mention it? So yes, and it says you'll know if you watch the reveal. Basically, Operations is definitely going to be in the next Battlefield. So that's good to know, because Operations actually was a good game mode, but it was only a good game mode without the behemoth bullshit, and I strongly hope they don't have any kind of gimmicky crap like that in the next Battlefield. A lot of people have said about this, and I really, really, really hope they just can bite the bullet and actually not do it this time. Please. No Levolution, no behemoths, let's just keep the crap out of it and let's keep things on the ground and let's actually just see this play out. If you had Operations without that stuff, it would actually be a really, really solid game mode. Okay, next up, gameplay changes. Now this is a thing that we've been talking about a lot and that we haven't heard any real details and information about, but I have been saying for a long time that I think this is going to be a real game changer for Battlefield this time around. He says, we don't want to scoop our own reveal, but you can bet your favourite BF1 weapon that exciting gameplay changes are coming. Because of this, we suggest not even blah 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 blah. So basically, there's going to be some gameplay changes. That's the thing, like I said, is the most core, the most interesting. That's really what, I don't care about the rest really, that's the main thing I'm interested in. What gameplay changes are they going to make? How severe are they going to be? How much are they going to actually impact players in terms of actually pushing players towards either working together or focusing on certain elements? That's the thing that I'm most interested in. Trevor Nurse, celeb, return of war stories. DICE believe in all-out multiplayer and single player, and the live reveal will have more info on the returning fan favourite war stories, prepare for untold compelling narratives and new saying. This is another thing which makes me kind of, because they're talking about war stories and narratives, that's another clue to me that they're talking about some war which has already happened, which with all the other stuff pushes me towards thinking it's World War II of a form, because front lines, different theatres of war, all this kind of stuff, it's pushing you towards, we're going to do something historical, we're going to do something which has already happened. Like I said, I don't believe it's Vietnam, because I don't think there's enough scope and breadth there to actually get into their game per se, unless they start going down an alternate reality route, whereas World War II has tons and tons and tons of stuff that they can just kind of really get their teeth into. So that's where I feel the direction is going, and the kind of war stories part of this sort of alludes to that. I feel it kind of like gives you a wink in that direction. Lastly, answers to all speculation. If you care, the recent BF Easter egg chase has turned into much of the community into sleepless sleuths. Yeah, sadly. Is your whiteboard covered in Morse code? It is not. It's covered in stuff to do with my videos and general things like that. Is your search history full of white horses? Nope. How close were you to the truth of Battlefield 5? I don't know. Time to find out. Wonderful. Exciting. You can watch the reveal live on stream May 23rd at 1 PM Pacific, 4 PM Eastern and 10 PM Central via the following. All the YouTube and stuff. You can Google it yourself. My out-and-out conclusion is World War II. I think it's going to be a nice play-it-safe World War II. Is it going to be Pacific? Is it going to be Western Front? They're probably going to combine both together, perhaps. I would be very surprised if I'm wrong about this, but if I am wrong about this, I'll actually be pleasantly surprised because, like I say, so many people now seem to not want World War II. I would be happy to be wrong, so, like, please prove me wrong. Please let me be wrong about this. Let it be something modern, let it be something different, let it be something else, something interesting which we haven't seen before. I don't think I'm going to be wrong though, sadly, but I very much hope that I am. So do you think I've got this wrong? Tell me down in the comments below. Do you think it's going to be something else? Why? Actually explain why you think it's going to be something else and point to that. One thing's for sure, like many of these reveals, the information is going to be scattered. You're going to have to work really hard to pick out all of those bits and pieces. It's probably going to be quite a painful experience because so many of these reveals are just crushingly awkward, as are most E3, EA events and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's just going to be, from start to finish, marketing-led. It's going to be difficult to get through. Probably going to be some big YouTubers all over the place, going to have the celeb-led stuff, and you've got to kind of like do all of that as well. I wish that they could really do like a kind of alongside the event, just like a solid press release, so that as stuff goes up you just can kind of see it there and you don't have to actually deal with the whole thing. But you know, sadly that's not how it works, and you kind of got to get involved and get through this. But I'll have a load of information up straight afterwards as well. I'll watch the whole thing. I'll get it cut down into like a less BS format so that you guys can see on the day. So on the 23rd, I'll have a summarized breakdown come out where I'll break down all the info, get into it. Let's see if I'm right. Hopefully I'm not right, but we'll see how it goes. And then we can really start getting into the meat of it and discuss like what this is actually going to mean for the next release. So we'll see what happens then. As per usual, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Be sure to check out the content at the end of this video, and I'll see you next time for some more Battlefield updates.